Hey guys, it's Pip, and I'm here with my older sister, Tashale. No. People just assume that because of my name, I don't know if it's the spelling or the way it's said, I think it might be a combination of both. They don't think I'm a white chick. A few years ago, I went to go visit a friend in Arizona. Before I got there, he told all of his friends, hey, my friend Tashale is coming down. And half of them guessed that I was African American, and the other half guessed that I was a mermaid. And I told him to tell them that half of them were right. So when I showed up and I was obviously a white female, yeah, caused a little bit of a stir. I was pretty proud of myself for that one. Somewhere, mom and dad have a home video of us, and it's you talking to dad on the camera, and I just come in, interrupt whatever you're doing, shove you out of the way, and just... I know exactly what video you're talking about. Tashale and I are only 13 months apart, so we're very close. Being the partners in crime that we are, we kind of have a habit of hurting each other. That's putting it mildly. Even starting at like 5. Tashale likes to call this her science story. I like to call it painful. For good reason. When we were very little, we shared a room and we had bunk beds. Because bunk beds are cool. Bunk beds are cool. But we also had giant Rubbermaid bins that we would store all of our toys in. I had this bright idea, being the older sibling, that we should test if I could drop Pip off of the top bunk without hurting her. I decided that I was going to use Pip as a guinea pig. So we put her in one of our Rubbermaid bins, gave her a couple of pillows, and we stuffed them all in the box. They said, we have lift off, and I pushed her off the top. The box would usually like go from being upright to being sideways. So she landed on her side. We found out that that kind of hurt. So we brought everything back up and I said, okay, we need more pillows, we need more stuffed animals, we need to stuff this thing full so that you're completely padded from all sides. And she went, that's a good idea. We put her in the middle, we just stuffed the whole thing full of all of our pillows and all of our stuffed animals. We have liftoff. We shoved her off again. Well, we had packed it so tight that it was actually more painful to hit the ground with all these pillows. Being the very smart 4- and 5-year-old that we were at the time, we went, more pillows equals more pain. So we took all the pillows out and shoved her off the top. You remember that time I hit you with a golf club? It wasn't as bad as it sounds, I promise. I was probably, I want to say I was 12. Grandma Elsie got me a set of kids' golf clubs. And I remember I was testing them out for the first time. I had literally gotten them that day. And I went out into the yard and I set up a little tee. And I had myself, I don't even know what it was, a driver, I'm sure. And mom and dad and Pip all came outside to see me do this. Like, I was like, hey, I'm gonna, try golfing. We'll see how it goes. And I remember I had lined myself up and I did the thing I always saw my grandma do, where before she hit the ball, she took a practice swing. I took a step back and I swung back and all I heard was I had been standing behind her, and as she took her wind-up swing, or whatever, she smacked me square in the back of the head, and I dropped like a rock in the bottom of the ocean. And I got in trouble for this. She doesn't look where she's walking. I am there obviously about to swing a golf club, and I got my golf clubs taken away. Like, excuse you? That one was not your fault. No. But there have definitely been other instances when we were young that were your fault. When did this become a blame game all about me? You started this. We had stayed the night at a friend's house. So the next day, her mom made tater tot hot dish for lunch. But Tashale finished her hot dish before I finished mine, and she decided rather than going all the way downstairs back to the kitchen, she would just steal mine. Thus ensued a chase around our friend's bedroom in which I tripped and landed squarely on a Rubik's Cube on my knee. I have a very impressive scar. The gash was quite deep and probably should have had stitches. That one was your fault. Yeah, that one was my fault. Rude. Can you blame me? It was tater tot hot dish. Okay, but what about the like multiple nosebleeds you gave me as a child? Okay, let's talk about the fact that for some reason your heels would find my nasal cavity and cause me to bleed profusely from my face. Okay?
at least 3 separate occasions over our childhood. She kicked me hard enough that I thought I was going to die because I was bleeding so much from my face.
We had a daybed in the porch, and it was an awesome thunderstorm. As a family, we're laying out and watching the lightning, and I was laying opposite everyone else. There was really cool lightning, and I rolled over like, hey, look at that one! And kicked Shale square in the nose.
I remember my mom said, ooh, look at how pretty that one was. And I was too busy going, to actually see the lightning.
Yeah, I made you bleed, but you gave me actual physical scars. When we were 7 and 8, I think, Mom got us a Barbie Jeep for Christmas. But we were riding it around the yard one time, and we had this giant lilac bush. So Tashale and our friend were riding around in the Barbie Jeep, and I decided I wanted to tag along, but there were only 2 seats. So there was this little ledge on the back where you could put like toys. I tried to sit on the ledge. Tashael's driving around the yard, and we hit a bump, and I fall out of the back into the lilac bush, and I have a scar, like right on my sternum. It's only about like this long, but it's been there for 15 years. Tashale just moved up to Minneapolis.
I did.
And I'm really glad that you're around again. I've missed having you and your shenanigans in my life.
Me and my shenanigans, getting me and all the people around me into trouble.
And sometimes injured.
Yeah.
Sometimes scarred. If you liked this video,
I liked it.
we had a lot of fun making it. I will definitely have Tashale back for more of them if you guys want to hear more stories about how weird we were when we were little. I'm Pip, and this is my sister Shale.
And I am a constant delight.
And we'll see you in the next video. Get out of here.